Waiting for there we go. Recording started. In front of me. All right. So yeah, this is the screenshot. This is one I guess y'all might want to send that HR accounts payable, Amy anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his not this technician Markevius Wheeler started on 2/7. If I understand, they supposed to get a 50-cent raise at 60 days. And actually, his 60 days, if they add that up right, would have been April the 8th. And
Mm-hmm.
I guess he was telling Scott he hadn't received it yet. So we just follow up on this email to Amy and then see what happened. But yeah, see the schedule trackers. Back here. 22. Yeah, so like I say, this is what originally Brent sent out um,
Mm-hmm.
those dates, and I just kind of took those dates and kind of put them like they, like see here, these kind of just start and go in the middle and in the end, kind of everywhere. So I just kind of took that and put it to where at least visually you can kind of see this one starts here and this one picks up and this one ends and these start here. So kind of visually see it. Because they don't, I don't know why they don't have it on the spreadsheet um, like that. But I tell you, let's start with Mobile first, because they're a better example of what you would expect to have. Now, for some reason, they under the same company, they do it differently. Um, could be because at one time Mobile was a separate company and Spire bought them out,
Mm-hmm.
and they still just have some of the old ways of doing it, I guess. But yeah, this is what they send, and I added. I think I added just these for myself notes, but and I filtered it by column F, the compliance date. Let's see. Yeah, compliance date. This is one I filtered by. So you can kind of visually see it. And these are the surveys down here. I guess I can delete this. This is this 1 hour. We really don't need that.
Okay, yeah, so if you
But
correct.
yeah, they have Mardi Gras down there at the early part of the year, so they have parade routes they do. Those are done probably one of the first things we do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I didn't put a finish and start date. They were done
Yeah,
though.
maybe give her a minute.
Um,
I know she's swamped today.
then they also have
I apologize.
um,
But
parade, and
I
I
know, and
think
it's up with the fact that you're a
it may
supervisor.
say safety, but I guess it says business district now,
So
which is same as critical.
give her another minute or so.
So that's some of the areas that they're working on or have done. Um, compliance dates here, and like I say, for them down there, they give you actual dates, compliance dates
You corrected it, I trust
in
you.
this column here. So
But, all right, hon.
I think Joseph, well, he was starting this one Wednesday, but it got rain. Um,
Yeah, I sent him the
so
new
even
date.
though they have a start by and finish by
Mm-hmm.
these columns, I think it's kind of like with the Click Mobile where they just have to put in a date, but these are your official compliance dates we have with that. So like I say the parade routes, they're okay on those. Um,
I don't,
It's the next clear day, he'll be starting on this one.
basically, whatever photos you usually use to submit
It's
in your
on that 3-year,
that makes sense? So if you have photos that you're supposed to take,
3-year,
that makes sense.
and some of these dates I didn't have here is from the old system.
But he's
I
gonna have to
didn't
send
get
it
the
to
actual start date, but it's all of these are done. The ones that's still working on these two, and let me double check. She may have finished that one, yeah, because she's on 366. So, 1 second, I tell you what. With this new system, oh, I remember they had. She was officially quote unquote done. She had some leaks from where last week they couldn't put them in, but they should be done now. So she's working on, did I just send her? Got 350. Okay, 350, maybe she's still working on 350. Okay, 350 is the one working on. Let's see what. Do while we're going through that, I can have this going also. So I'm thinking we better maybe look at that in a minute. A little multitasking. That should be already in. Okay. While that's loading up, let's continue to look at this. I have to double check. I think she may be finished on that one. Okay, popped up in. Let me go back here. But like, see, so their dates are fairly good down there. And basically just a matter of just looking at these, and sometimes they might jump from one area to the next. I think this is how this one got started, because it might have been a time it wasn't raining over there or something. End up starting that one, even though it doesn't have a 7/16 date. Can't remember exactly when we started, but for the most part, try to keep in order with it. But if it's if it's just weather or something, we might just skip to another area where it's easier to do. Same thing with the 5-year. And this is kind of like, once you get access to Click, you'll see they have a start and finish date on these, but these are actual compliance dates. And this is what we were trying to get from Brent, which he pretty much said the 3 and 5 years, they have pretty much to the end of the year to do. So these dates, I guess they just have to have something in there, and they're just calculating maybe 3 days. I guess that's what that calculation duration is. They're assuming 3 days. That, like I said, that depends on weather, whether it's hilly, just a guesstimate, but this is the main column there. So I think they working on 358 now, 528 now. And so that's basically what with Mobile is not that hard. They had the advantage, like I said, of having all of theirs opened up at the beginning of the year. So while Birmingham up here was still waiting on Click to get even opened up, they were able to still work on under the old system. Plus they had 2 travelers down there. So they kind of get ahead. So when they get bad weather, it's not as detrimental for them in that area.
Mm-hmm.
They bring up the dashboard. So that's a good one. Now, the flip side, they don't give you the total amount down there. Again, don't know why they do it so different. But I think on one of these I started, yeah, here I started as I went through it, I was just kind of putting how many they had myself in there. Again, that was under the old system. Then the new system, we didn't have this dashboard like here initially, so I didn't know what the numbers were for that. So, but that's just something I was doing for myself.
Yeah, that meter number's not.
And so you are able to see this screen that's coming up here. Let's see, 3, 8, 2, keep signed in. So are you able to see? You are able to see this screen?
Yeah, let me look. I'm pretty sure I can.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's the dashboard. There. And so minimize this. So like I was looking at let's see, the 3-year. We want to see has she finished 350, 348. And just go over here, check mobile, and then 3-year. And these right here would give you, so I can look at 350. See that part highlighted? Yeah, so she's still working on that one. 348. Okay, 348 is finished, so she's still working on 350. And all that other stuff is the tracking on there, but you can turn off and on there in that filters category. Get rid of this. So I'll go back in. So 348 is done. Still working on that one. And that's where looking, say, hey, we might send 2 of them back over there to help, and just balancing it out. Just, if you get bad weather, hey, we might have to put all 3 of y'all down there. Just something just kind of look at and see where we need to allocate everybody at. But for the most part, they they do okay. And like I say, it helps to have those travelers early after the year. Roger and Mario were here. Roger Laws and Mario Fialos. Same thing, 5-year. Then take out 3-year. And let's see what that grid, that was 528. Okay, where the services at? Okay, so yeah, they have finished 528. So which I thought it was anyway. That's done. Okay, this is 5:30, 5:32. Like I said, 8 in November, but just so if it looks like back on this 3-year, they're getting close to this July date, then it's easier. We can pull them off the 5-year for a while, since we have more time on that one, and say, hey, let's just get caught up on the 3-year. Or if you need them on the usually keep at least one person on here or rotate this one. Bel Air, they working on that one. I don't have the end date, but so that's pretty much how I'll just look at it. Once you get access, if you can see that, and what this number here, these max numbers are work numbers. That is what we need to issue out that area for the technician. Because the technician, they'll tell you, or the schedule tracker will have 5:30, but this max number is what you'll need. And click, and it's just basically that number without the max in front of it, just the same as the work number. So once you're inside the dashboard, which did it go? Okay, now minimize that. Where did it go to? Usually stay right here at the bottom. Hold up, oops. Pretty sure I hit minimize and not close out. It's kind of like what I went over before, but once you have that work number from, I don't know where that screen went, so I'm minimizing this, but where is it going? That's strange. It usually stays here, unless I'm doing, what am I doing wrong? Okay. Okay, so I'm not gonna minimize. I don't know what happened. I'm hitting minimize and it's like it's closing it out. I'm gonna do just keep both of them open. That's strange. I don't know where it goes, where it went to. It usually just goes to the bottom. I don't know why it's doing that now. But and those alerts, they said, I guess that's internal their system. That's nothing to do with us. But whatever, like say this navigation, go for the 26th today. And so up here in this little magnifying search icon, hit that, it brings up a box, and write down one of these. Let's see. So write down one of these work numbers here: 239, 57, 624. So if they said, hey, I'm finished finished the 3-year. I need another map, 368. It says 368. You can come to the dashboard. And like I said, you just click Mobile. All right, maybe I need to slow down then. Okay, click Mobile, 3-year. And you just go down to, I said 368. Hit that. It'll highlight the area where it is. And this number right here will be the work number you would need. So we'll write down 234, 241, 777. And I'm going to write down an address while I'm here. 69. Because Click should have an address in there for them that takes them to it, but we found that it has not been working that way. 660 Overlook Road, Mobile. And so they told me the next one is ready, 368. This max number is what we need. And for some reason it does come up, you can right click and just actually click inside of this red area here, anywhere that's clear. And tell you that's the map number. You can scroll up, that's the work number, that's what we need to. Now, this is something we run into too now. 242, I wrote it down wrong. 242, 241, 777. Now, unfortunately, you can't highlight this, copy it, and then go to click, put it in the search bar. For some reason, it doesn't work. You right click it, it doesn't do anything. You can't control V. It just maybe because inside the virtual dashboard, I'm not sure. So you have to write it down and then come back in and type it in. 242, 241, 777. Hit enter. And this probably, do you want to search outside the domain? Yes. And no results. Okay. Now, maybe because I had it on the public buildings filter. I say that's 3 years, so 3-year filter. Now let me try to search it that way. That is strange. 242, 241, 777, 242, 241, 777. I'm pretty sure that's what I 242. Oh, I got too many twos in there. Okay, 24241. Now see, I'm testing y'all. Y'all missed that one. I did that on purpose.
I was just gonna let you see if you can figure it out.
Oh, okay, okay. I was testing me. Let me take one of these twos out here. Okay, so now it comes up. And if you were, like I say, this navigation panel over here, Alabama will be regular Spire. So since we're dealing with the Gulf, you can right click this and unload. Right click that, unload all those technicians. And provisional, that's something that Spire put some of the technicians in until we reassign them. So let me unload that. And I'm just going to load, right click here and load all of the technicians for the Gulf. And I don't use this screen much for nothing now, so I just minimize this one a little bit. And you have the technicians' names here. So if you're going to assign that to VASA, and you see they got a lot of them assigned already, I would do, so it's 126. You literally can just drag and drop it up here. And I kind of just put it like the next 130, but I'm not going to let it loose because they're assigned to her. But and then she should get a notification on her phone. And this status right here would go from open to assigned or dispatched. They get them most 80% of the time. They'll get them. Sometimes they'll call back, say, "Hey, I didn't get it," and even though it may show a sign here, you just have to unassign it and redo it again. And the way you unassign it, you kind of just I'll double click right there, and no, that's not it. That's not the right screen. No, the right screen. Actually, right click on there, and this unscheduled will be won't be grayed out if it's already assigned, and you can unschedule it, then reschedule it again, and that usually makes it shows up in their phone in their work queue with that. So let me minimize this again. Go back to this one. So that's how we get the work orders to match up with the grid that the schedule tracker has, because the schedule tracker don't have the work order numbers that we need. Like I said, I've usually put them over here on my side just in case I have to go back to it for some reason. So that's pretty much how Mobile, their schedule tracker, like I say, their dates are kind of falling in line with everything. They definitely have an advantage down there. So now I'm gonna go to Spire, and this is where we've been trying to get either stretched out officially or something more concrete from Brent, like say, take Aniston, which one would like, they're working on the public buildings now, which I think they only had like 22, so they may actually be finished these, or getting close to it anyway. And these dates right here, like this 1099, giving you what basically is what 18 days to do 1,099 public buildings in this area would definitely be more than a challenge. But I think this Aniston critical down to like 757, 756 the other day when I looked at it. So we're knocking them down. But what that's where that email I sent out, since the public building started first, and those dates I had on them, estimating they able to get at least 20 a day on the public buildings, and I just did 50 a day on the critical, which if the software is working right and the downtown or the business areas are pretty close. They may be able to get more, but just basing on that. And this multifamily housing is primarily like apartments, things like that. And that's the internal survey they do. So even though that has a compliance date and start date, he already said we can hold off. That can be the last thing. That's something they created themselves. And this date right here for the 5-year have 6/18, which we know we're not going to make that. That was even before they started having all the trouble with the software, because we went a week or so where we couldn't do nothing in there. But the 3 and 5 years pretty much mirror what the 3 and 5 year for Mobile is pretty much the same, close to the end of the year, at the end of the year. And he already said that's what he told John and myself in a meeting in April. And when we was trying to get more dates or at least extend it out, that's when he said, hey, you know, the public buildings and the criticals, the 1-year surveys, and actually this business district, now that's what it shows up on here, BD's business district, which is the same as critical on the spreadsheet. Yeah, we was trying to just nail down, you know, what is this actual date here? Like I say, yeah, well, you know, we're doing this, we're doing that, and I got some cushion in there. So these dates are more concrete because they're public building and critical. And like I say, we should definitely finish those within that 3-month extension that they have. So we're go into June, but we should definitely finish within that 3-month time. Same thing for Birmingham. You know, they have all of these and the dates cut off at 7/5, and so like I say, the primary ones that you have are the critical business district and the public buildings to focus on. And I think, like I say, they have a gap here in Montgomery. So if which I'm pretty sure he'll still have some 5-year going over into these dates here. Sorry, Montgomery will, Opelika. And this is why it was hard to hire, because
they're done by mid-June.
Yeah, he's scheduled to be finished. So even if we go over July, August, there's not enough work to take him through the rest of the year. But Opelika, Opelika and Montgomery usually helps each other. It's about an hour or so away. He can go up there and help Montgomery. But Montgomery themselves, see, they got the gap here, and public buildings, I don't know why they scheduled it so far out. Maybe they were anticipating the 5-year to spill over anyway. But we are hiring for Montgomery now just because of this. We know that's not realistic, and like I say, that's one of those that's probably going to take us further out into the year anyway. Now, how far along, I'm not sure. But that's why you're going to probably have some attrition in there anyway, and just have to balance it out as kind of as you go along with it. But yeah, usually this is the first year I can remember in a long time that Montgomery and Birmingham are usually the two that's the most stable. And see here they have Birmingham finishing. Let me freeze this. I thought I froze this. So yeah, now they have Birmingham, you know, supposedly finished up in September, October, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna go over with all the problems they've been having and things they're finding out. But yeah, Opalaka usually goes all year. So this, and it's just a balancing act, you know. You would hate to hire these people we have coming in. We need them, so it's just a need there. But like I say, we got all this empty space here. But we are anticipating, you know, you still got weather, some nutrition. I guess if it got down to it, you would, and you had to separate with some of the people, you know, some of the weakest links. Probably have to shed those links first and keep the good ones best we can. That's what's just frustrating. You hopefully you would like to ideally have some travelers who are used to coming in and out and know that's their primary function. So, you know, if you told them, hey, you know, we're a month or so shorter than we thought, that's not a big deal as opposed to hiring somebody locally and they are anticipating, you know, working. But, you know, of course, you know, we can look at other areas, you know, Texas or somewhere, if they are able to travel. You know, we definitely want to try to keep them employed if they're able and willing to travel with that. And this bottom part is what I added. You know, what I do to year, I just take these formulas. It's basically just adding up whatever is in this column here, all of these across here, taking the work days and services needed right here in that column. And like I say, you got the formulas up there that's already in there. And well, ahead, because if you, I don't see it now, but give you daily average, and this is text needed per month. And you see right here, you got 20 you need in 1 month, but and that's not really realistic. It just gives you an idea of in a perfect world what you would need for that month. I mean, I guess you can still say, hey, I need to be heavier in May around now. You know, thins out as you go through closer through the end of the year. And I think I just did an average on the number of, see, you change any of these numbers, the formula automatically change. So if you put 1,000, it'll change automatically. And let me go back, can't remember what that number was. What was this, 500? I don't remember. All right. So yeah, that's basically it, and that's, like I said, it's a lot of balancing act. It hurts you when you get people who, like I said, we had a couple of people we've extended offers to from the interviews. Some would just weren't replying, I guess, and that's some days or weeks away from the reply. Some would start it but wouldn't finish the drug. That's just unfortunate because see that's time where we could lost. That's week, 2-3 weeks that's lost where we could be interviewing someone else and getting them into the system. You had anything else, Scott, that I might have missed?
It's got sleeping.
Nah.
Oh, here they go. All these screens down here. What are they doing down here? It's strange. It should be on the virtual dashboard, but all right. Well, so I'm gonna save this, and even though we kind of jumped around, I guess we went into the dashboard too, and I'll save this, and then once it finished processing, download it. Also, um, keep working on the other ones. And like I say, if I think of anything. Oh, one thing I did, one last, I guess, spin I did on the card. The technician in Montgomery. Let me stop the recording first of all. Hold up. Hold up. Stop recording.